ලංකාවේ පිළිගත් විශ්වවිද්‍යාලවල ඉගෙනුම ලබමින් සිටින සරසවි ශිෂ්‍යයන්ගේ පූර්ණ මාර්ගෝපදේශනය යටතේ ඉන්ඩිවිජුවල් හෝ ගෲප් ක්ලාස් එකක් ඔබත් කරගන්න කැමතිද? එක ශ්‍රේණිය සිට 13 ශ්‍රේණිය දක්වා ඕනෑම විෂයක් ඉංග්‍රීසි, සිංහල, දෙමළ ඕනෑම මාධ්‍යකින් ඔබේ හැකියා දක්ෂතා දුර්වලතා හොඳින් හඳුනාගෙන ඔබටම ගැලපෙන සුවිශේෂී ක්‍රමවේද ඔස්සේ ආසාවෙන් ඉගෙන ගන්න. දැන්ම අපිට කතා කරන්න 076 හැන්දෑවේ ඉස්කෝලේ හේන පෙන්වන්න නෙවෙයි පාර පෙන්වන්න.
Hi everyone. First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Dilanka and I'm a fourth year undergraduate of the University of Sri Javardhanapura. And also I'm following BSc Honours degree in Genetics and Molecular Biology. So today I expect to discuss the very first lesson of grade 10 mathematics local syllabus, the perimeter. So in grade 9, you have already learned what is perimeter and how to measure the perimeter of simple plane figures such as triangles, squares, rectangles, and circles. So let's move on with a quick recall. So the perimeter is the length of the outside boundary of a plane figure. So if you want to measure the perimeter of a triangle, the outside boundary, it contains 3 sides. You have to add these 3 sides, A plus B plus C. And in square, all the sides are equal. So what we do is, we multiply the length of a single side by 4. And in rectangle, there are the opposite sides are equal, so we add this side to this and multiply that value by 2. And also in circle, you have learned the circumference of the circle. The equation is C equals 2πr. Circumference and perimeter are similar here. So now today we are learning a fascinating concept, that is how to measure the perimeter of a sector of a circle. So at the end of this lesson, you should be able to find the perimeter of a sector of a circle, and also you should be able to solve problems related to the perimeter of plane figures contained in sectors of circles. So this is a crucial topic in geometry, especially in understanding circles, curves, and also in real-world applications such as bridges, arches, and also if you cut a cake, a round cake, the pieces are sectors of a circle, and the pizza slices are also sectors of a circle. So as you can see here in this figure, this sector is a sector of this entire circle. So when we are learning these sectors of circles and the perimeter of it, it is really important to consider these things. First thing is the arc length. This is the arc length. And this angle, we call it the angle at the center. And if we do not know the value, here it is 60 degree. And if we do not know the value, you can call it as theta angle. And these 2 sides, because we are going to measure the perimeter. So if you want to measure the perimeter, you have to add these 3 sides. So this is the arc length. And these 2 sides, this sector is shown here. This sector is initiating from the center of this circle, this large circle. As it is initiating from the center of the circle, this length is equal to the radius of the circle. And also same comes with this length. It is also the radius of the circle. So this side is R And also this side is also R. So here they have shown it is 7 inches. The length of this side is 7 inches. That means the radius of the circle is also 7 inches. So you have to mainly consider these things. So, if you want to measure the perimeter of this full circle, that means this entire length, the equation you already know, that is C equal to 5R. Here the angle at the center is 360 degree because we are considering the full circle. And now I want to find the arc length of this semicircle, the highlighted part. I want to find this arc length. So here, as you know, the entire thing is 360. So this part should be 180 degree. And also, if this entire thing is 25R, the half of it should be 25R divided by 2. So this arc length is equals to 25R divided by 2. And here I want to find the arc length of this quarter of this circle, this length. So here the entire angle around the center is 360 and quarter of it is 90 degree. This angle is 90 degree. And also if the entire circle is 25R, then quarter of it, that means 1/4 of it is equals to 25R divided by 4. And here there is a sector and we do not know the angle at the center. So I mention it as theta angle and I want to find this arc length. So now we are going to create an equation for this. Now I am going to write these things again in different way. So this here I would like to write this 360 degree over 360 degree because the angle at the center is 360 degree and we are considering the entire circle, so it is also 360 degree into 2 pi r. The answer is 360 cancelling. The answer is 2 pi r. So the same thing has been done here. The answer is also same. Here, the angle at the center equals 180. So I'm writing 180 over 360 degree into 2 pi r. So 180, 360 cancelling, it is half and the answer is 2 pi r divided by 2. So the same answer is here. In this one, the angle at the center is 90 degree over 360 degree into 2 pi r. It is 1/4. So the answer is 2 pi r divided by 4. Now, if we look into these equations again, you can see some common things, these equations. So the 25R and 360 are common to everyone. So I am writing them again. 360 is common and also 25R is also common. The changing one is the angle above 360. This one is changing. This angle is changing. So what are these changing angles? This 360 is the angle at the center. This 180 is the angle at this and angle at this center. The angle at this center of this semicircle. And here 90 also means the angle at the center. So as you can see, this value represents the angle at the center of that particular sector. So here this angle is theta degree. We do not know the value, so we keep it as theta degree. So this is the equation that we can use to identify, to measure the arc length of a sector. So now, if we are trying to find the perimeter of the sector, we have to add these two sides to this arc length. Now we already know how to find the arc length. So now we have to add these two sides. So I mentioned earlier, as the sector is initiating from the center of the circle, these two sides are equal to the radius of that circle. So we have to add arc length plus 2 times radius because two sides are there. Now we can recreate the equation. Perimeter equals theta divided by 360 into 25R plus 2R. This is the equation to find the perimeter of the sector of a circle. So these are two equations. This one is for finding the arc length and this one is to find the perimeter of the sector. So these are the two equations as you can see. Now let's move into a problem. So this is the playground and I want you to find the perimeter of the highlighted sector. So let's say the given data. The radius of the sector is given 28 meters. The angle at the center is given 60 degree. So let's find the answer for this problem. So as we are expecting to find the perimeter of the sector, we need to use this equation. So let's write perimeter equal theta divided by 360 into 25R plus 2R. Theta, the angle at the center is 60 degree. Into 2, 5 equals 22 over 7. R. R is also given, that is 28 meters. Plus 2 times radius. Let's simplify. This is 1 over 6. 3 cancels with this 6 cancels with this 2. And again 7 cancels with 28, 4. And let's write the remaining. 22 times 4, 88, divided by 3 plus 28 times 2, 56. So 88 divided by 3, 3 times 2, 6, 2 remaining, gain 8. 3 times 9, 27, 1 remaining, 10. 3 times 3, 9. 29.3 plus 56. 3, 15, 1, 85.3. The answer is 85.3, and keep in mind to write the units as well. So now let's move into compound figures. So this is a compound figure. If you look into this figure, you can see a triangle and also a semicircle. So let's see the given data. This is these. If you want to find the perimeter, you have to find these 3 sides. This side is given 14 centimeters. This side is already given 14 centimeters. And you have to find the arc length of this semicircle. So if it is a semicircle, then the angle at the center should be 180 degrees. And the radius, the diameter is given, it is 14 centimeters. If the diameter is 14 centimeters, then the radius should be half of it, that is 7 centimeters. So these are the given data. So as here, we are expecting to find the arc length only. So we can use the first equation. Arc length equals theta divided by 360 into 2 pi r. Theta equals 180 degree. Into 2, 522 over 7, r equals 7 centimeters. Can simplify half. Add this 2 to this 2, the remaining 22 centimeters. So the arc length is 22 centimeters. But here we want to find the perimeter of the compound figure. So we have to add this side, and this arc length. So 14 plus 14 plus arc length. 14 plus 14, arc length we already found, that is 22. And we have to add these 3 values. 8, 10, 50. So the answer is 50 centimeters. So that is the way how you find the perimeter of compound figures which contain the sectors of circle. So in that way, that comes to the end of our lesson. So if you look into your mathematics textbook, you can see multiple problems. So try to do problems as much as possible to improve your math skills. And if you enjoy discovering how math shapes our world, so then this is the perfect place for that. So thank you so much for joining and have a nice day.